Hi, I'm Monica. I'm one founder of SignDime. It's a company based in Vienna. We are dealing with sign language. But before I introduce you our product, I want to make a little experiment with you. Please help me and cover your ears for 30 seconds. Please uncover your ears now. So, did you understand me? No. That's exactly the situation that deaf people experience every day in their life. Content is only offered in spoken or written language. And even they can read a little bit. This would be hieroglyphs for them. They can't understand the whole contents. They need sign language. So far the problem. Now you know how a deaf person experiences pitching. We have a solution. We developed a sign language translation tool. What we are doing, we have built up an avatar. The avatar is signing and is embedded in a video. And he can translate fluidly the complete content. And other companies, they only translate word to sign. So it's more dictionary. But here we have a translation tool. The market potential is huge because we are living in a society with contents. Every day we deal with new information, every minute, every second. So there is no end for translation. We find out in the European market, in the US market, there can be a turnover about 250 million US dollar per year. And in China, related to the inhabitants, more than 400 million US dollar per year. So we are a social business with very high economic potential. And we are looking for investors for the Asian and the US market. But we are totally financed in Europe. What do we need? We need 1 million US dollar for each new language area because we had to set up the system in the new language area and to build up the infrastructure like marketing and sales. But if we start now, then we can have a turnover in 5 years about 20 million US dollar per year for China and USA each, and in Europe, $25 million because we already have started. At last, I want to show you our most successful video. It has, I think, the most wonderful sentence in the world. It means, I love you. Thank you.
Really, really like the model. What's the kind of economic model that you have in terms of making money through this?
But I didn't understand you.
How do you make money through this?
We sell the video. There comes. We get
Stay closer to the
mic.
mic.
Sorry. We get the offer from TV stations or from pharma companies or trail stations, something like that, and they order a video, they order the translation, and they pay per minute until now. Now it's not so cheap, but if we collect more and more vocabulary, then it goes so cheap. Our goal is that it be so cheap that nobody think about about translating. It should be normal.
And is the videos bespoke, or is it in real time?
No, it's not in real time because we have to render the video in a high quality, and also we have to control the translation. There is a half-automatic system at now, but in the future, if we have enough vocabulary, then it can be very quick and can be nearly real time. But we always have rendering time.
I think it's a great problem to be solving. What stage are you at the moment? Have you got any traction at the moment?
Mm-hmm. At the moment, we are working in Europe, and we have 5 different languages. We have in every language we have about 5,000 vocabularies. That's a good start for translation, and we have about 30 different companies who offer content in our company. And now we think it's a good time to go to Asia and America because we are the world first at doing this.
Also, why did you land on this idea for a company? What led you to this?
Oh, because my first work was in a deaf school, and the deaf people were sitting on their hands that they don't use their hands for signing. Everybody was only in lip reading taught. And so there were 80% of them were functionally illiterated, and that was the reason why we are starting to do something.
So if I understand correctly, this is not done in real time. So you need to script beforehand.
Yes.
And so it's basically you're like a localization company, but instead of translating one language to another, you're translating one language to the sign language, right?
Yes.
What's the possibility of building AI into it so that it can be done automatically in the future, and can be done in real time?
Okay. I think the only possibility is to collect enough vocabularies. Yeah? And it is a learning system. When you start with 5,000 vocabularies, you can't translate everything. You have to animate it during the process. But if you have about 20,000 vocabularies, and sign language doesn't have so many vocabularies than a spoken language, then you can be very quick and nearly automatically.
Awesome job. Thank you, Monica.
Thank you.